I am David Attenborough VII, and I have been given the once-in-a-lifetime experience to be able to see the thought-to-be mythological Cappies. I am here with Monica, a local resident with first-hand knowledge of life in this city, and Lily, a reporter and expert on the infrastructure of this city. Before we continue, let's learn about this amazing waste-free city. Why is it that the Kelpies were able to join us again?
Yes, we would love to know why.
First of all, we are the city of Österreichischer Bergsee, meaning Austrian mountain lake, and if you can't infer from our name, our city is in Austria.
So what is it that makes this city so important in today's world, the 23rd century?
I heard that many other cities have been inspired by this very city. It's very interesting, really. I'll stop now.
For starters, we were one of the first completely waste-free cities. We have devised a way to get rid of practically all waste made from energy production, food processing, manufacturing, transportation, municipal waste, and just about anything you can imagine. Even our buildings, the ziggurats, are made from bamboo grown right here in the city.
I see. So how do you produce clean and renewable energy? You do use renewable energy, right?
They use hydrogen fuel cells, along with wind turbines made from bamboo. I heard it on the news yesterday. This city was one of the highlights of the clean and efficient energy. This city is the second best, soon to take over first.
That's right, we use some of the latest and most innovative forms of clean energy. We have more than just clean energy. We also have one of the cleanest cities in the universe, even passing Cybele, the moon colony. We have negated all hazardous waste and found other uses for things like municipal waste, plastic waste, and should there be anything that could not have another use, we've negated all reason to have said waste be a possibility.
This great city has gotten rid of all forms of waste that a city could create. They have done this in 3 simple steps. First, they found other sources of things such as textiles, which they replaced with items made from bamboo fibers, a renewable resource. Secondly...
Hold on a second. That's not the order from the script. First, we educated the people on how we would make a better city. Then, sorry, I'll be quiet now.
As I was saying, they replaced the need of wasteful products with renewable resources, reduced or eliminated the need of non-reusable products such as plastic water bottles, and found uses for some forms of waste like poop, municipal waste, contaminated water, and more. Municipal waste is used as a fertilizer, while dirty water is filtered through a process called reverse osmosis and then reused.
That's correct.
Now, I have heard that everyone lives in these great ziggurats, which are an astounding 160 feet tall with 8 levels, a little more than half the height of the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, can I take this one, please?
You're an expert on general infrastructure, so I don't see why not. General infrastructure is a great topic.
Thank you. So, the ziggurats are our residential community buildings. This is where people live in our city with a capacity of 5,000 people, at least comfortably. Each one is like a small town, a community within an entire building. There are anywhere between 1,600 and 2,000 families in each. There are 8 floors in each ziggurat, each with its own use. Residential, commercial, shopping, schooling, and food courts are just a few uses for them. There's even a small level dedicated to recreational purposes. This whole area is essentially a gym with walk paths and everything you would want to fill your extra time, even a cool down area and a relaxing garden.
Residents' lives are made easy by conveniently having an entire town's needs and services in one single area, such as healthcare, education, police, and firemen.
It gets better than that, though. The exterior of the ziggurats is home to magnificent gardens that help provide clean energy to the community and fresh food to the kitchen.
So you have these wonderful ziggurats, but how are they powered? For a whole community, how are you able to efficiently sustain the energy intake? Well, I decided to look into that myself. As it was said earlier, they use hydrogen fuel cells, also known as HFCs, which are a cheap and amazing source of clean energy. All it uses is hydrogen, an abundant element, and water. Each ziggurat has its own HFC to power and sustain it.
And now it's time to talk to our sponsor. Have you ever wondered how to get a distant ziggurat without the long walk? Then consider using our gondolas. This wonderful mode of public transportation in Bergsee, Österreich can get you from point A to point B in no time at all. And best of all, the view. You get a wonderful view of the mountains and the city, even the Great Lake, as you can quickly and safely get to your destination. Or, if you do want to go on a long walk, we have beautiful pathways that are kept in peak condition and always available weather permitting.
Are you new to our city? Do you need a job position? Well, we may have just that for you. In our city, we have many spots to fill. Primarily though, we need engineers. We need numerous different types to support the many needs of our city, such as agriculture and food engineer to produce and distribute all the food you might eat, civil engineers to develop wells, bridges and dams to transport water, and even more, electrical and instrumental engineers to develop and build the gondolas, environmental engineers to make sure we can keep the environment as clean and natural as we can, traffic engineers to design the routes of the gondolas, mechanical engineers, and so many more, but those are just a few of the options. Please, have a great day in our city.
So, how did you use the engineering design process to help construct this magnificent city?
I know this one. So they started out identifying the problems, in this case, how they could eliminate waste.
Then we did research on how to accomplish this, and how other people might have done this, because of course, we don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Did you then think about the different possibilities for solutions?
Obviously.
Did you then plan by working even further on a promising looking solution?
Then did you make a prototype for the solution so that later on you could test it and develop the model to fulfill its potential?
Well, calm down, but yes. And then for every little problem, you can also use the engineering design process. And you can do this for however long you need to solve every problem and have the best design you can.
So, all of this combined was enough to restore the environment so the Kelpies were able to come back from what we thought to be extinction.
What do you mean bringing the Kelpies back? We're just coming up on the newly built Kelpie statue, honoring the myth of the lake our cities were built upon.
What?